You will hear a recording with 4 parts. Each part contains several questions. Read the questions before each part begins. The recording will be played only once. Answer the questions as you listen. You will have a short time to check your answers after each part. Write your answers clearly on the answer sheet. The entire listening test will take approximately 30 minutes, with an additional 10 minutes to transfer your answers to the answer sheet. Now, go to Section 1. Section 1. You will hear a conversation between 2 people, Jane and David, who are discussing renting an apartment. You have some time to look at questions 1 to 5.
Hi, David. Thanks for meeting me. I wanted to ask you about the apartment you mentioned the other day. Could you tell me more about it?
Sure, Jane. The apartment is located on Maple Street, not far from the city center. It has 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. It's quite spacious for a city apartment.
That sounds good. Is it fully furnished?
Yes, it is. The living room has a sofa, a coffee table, and a TV. The kitchen comes with all the necessary appliances: oven, fridge, and washing machine.
Great! What's the monthly rent?
It's £850 per month, but that includes all utilities except electricity.
That seems reasonable. How much is the deposit?
The deposit is 1 month's rent, so £850. You'll need to pay that up front.
I see. And how long is the lease?
It's a 12-month lease. After that, it can be renewed on a monthly basis.
Sounds fair. Is there parking available?
Yes, there's a parking spot included in the rent, which is a big plus for this area.
You have some time to look at questions 6 to 10.
Another important thing for me is whether pets are allowed. I have a small dog, and it's hard to find places that accept pets.
Oh, you're in luck. Pets are allowed in the apartment, but there's an extra charge of £50 per month.
That's not too bad. What about internet access?
The apartment has high-speed internet, and that's also included in the rent.
Fantastic. How soon can I move in if I decide to take it?
The apartment is available from the 1st of next month. You'll just need to sign the lease and provide the deposit to secure it.
Perfect. I'll think it over and let you know by the end of the week.
No problem. Just let me know as soon as possible. The apartment is in high demand.
You will have about 30 seconds to check your answers. Section 2. You will hear a monologue by a local council representative discussing the condition of the streets in an area and upcoming plans for improvements. You have some time to look at questions 11 to 15.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here today to talk about the current condition of the streets in our community and the plans we have in place to improve them. As many of you know, several streets in the area have been in poor condition for quite some time. We've received numerous complaints about potholes, uneven pavements, and issues with street lighting. One of the most problematic streets is Pine Avenue, where there have been reports of frequent damage to vehicles due to the size of the potholes. We've prioritized this street for immediate repairs. Work is scheduled to begin next week, and will take approximately 2 weeks to complete. In addition to repairing potholes, we're planning to upgrade the pavements in several areas, starting with Oak Street. The current pavements are narrow and uneven, making it difficult for pedestrians, especially those with strollers or mobility issues, to navigate. The new pavements will be wider and made from more durable materials to ensure longevity. We expect the upgrades to be completed within a month. We've also received concerns about street lighting, particularly on Cedar Road. Many residents have expressed that the lighting is insufficient, which has led to a number of safety concerns. As a result, we're installing new, energy-efficient LED lights in this area. These lights will not only improve visibility, but also help reduce energy costs for the council. Finally, we're planning to resurface Elm Street, which has been a source of frustration for many drivers due to the bumpy road conditions. Resurfacing will start in 2 months and is expected to take 3 weeks.
You have some time to look at questions 16 to 20.
Looking ahead, we're also planning long-term improvements for the area. Over the next year, we'll be resurfacing several main roads to improve traffic flow and reduce congestion. Elm Street, in particular, has been a source of frustration for many drivers, as it frequently experiences heavy traffic. We're planning to widen the road and introduce new traffic signals to ease the flow of vehicles during peak hours. As part of our sustainability efforts, we'll also be adding more green spaces along these roads. Studies have shown that planting more trees and greenery can significantly reduce air pollution, which is something we're committed to improving in our community. In terms of public engagement, we're introducing a new community app where residents can report issues like potholes or broken street lights directly to the council. This will ensure we respond more quickly to problems as they arise. Finally, I want to remind you all that our next public meeting is scheduled for the 15th of November, where we'll be discussing these plans in more detail and taking additional feedback. We encourage all residents to attend and share their thoughts.
You will have about 30 seconds to check your answers. Section 3. You will hear a conversation between a university professor and 2 students, Sarah and James, about their upcoming group project. You have some time to look at questions 21 to 25.
Good morning, Sarah and James. How are you both? I wanted to meet with you to discuss your progress on the group project. As you know, it's due in 3 weeks, and I wanted to check in to make sure you're on track. How's everything going so far?
Hi, Professor. It's going well, but we've run into a few challenges. We've divided the tasks between us, but we're still finalizing the research section. James is working on the analysis part, and I'm focusing on the presentation.
Yeah, we're getting there, but we're a bit unsure about how in-depth the analysis needs to be. Should we focus more on the statistical data, or should we explore the theoretical aspects in greater detail?
Good question, James. The analysis should include both. You should use the statistical data to support your theoretical points. Try to balance the two, so it doesn't become too data-heavy or too abstract. That way, your audience can see the practical implications of your findings.
You have some time to look at questions 26 to 30.
Now, regarding the presentation, Sarah, have you started thinking about how you'll structure it?
Yes, I've drafted an outline. I was thinking of starting with an introduction to our topic, then moving on to the research we've done, followed by James' analysis, and finally concluding with the implications of our findings. Does that sound all right?
That sounds like a good structure, but make sure the conclusion is clear and concise. You'll only have 15 minutes to present, so you don't want to overwhelm the audience with too much detail. I'd recommend spending no more than 5 minutes on the introduction and focusing most of your time on the analysis and the implications.
I was also wondering about the sources. We've referenced quite a few academic papers, but should we include non-academic sources, like articles or reports, in the final presentation?
You can include non-academic sources if they're relevant to your topic, but make sure they're credible. Try to limit them and prioritize academic sources, as they'll carry more weight in your argument. However, a well-chosen report or news article can still provide valuable context or support.
You will have about 30 seconds to check your answers. Section 4. You will hear a lecture on the significance of emotional intelligence. You have some time to look at questions 31 to 35.
Welcome, everyone, to today's lecture on the significance of emotional intelligence, often referred to as EQ in the workplace. Emotional intelligence is the ability to recognize and manage our own emotions and the emotions of others. It plays a critical role in fostering healthy workplace relationships, improving team dynamics, and ultimately enhancing organizational success. To begin with, let's discuss the 5 core components of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. It allows individuals to recognize their emotions and how they affect their thoughts and behaviors. For instance, a manager with high self-awareness can identify when they are feeling stressed and can take steps to manage their reactions, ensuring that their emotional state does not negatively impact their team. Next is self-regulation. This refers to the ability to control or redirect disruptive emotions and impulses. Individuals who self-regulate can remain calm and composed, even in challenging situations. This quality is essential for leaders who need to maintain morale during tough times.
You have some time to look at questions 36 to 40.
Moving on to the remaining components, we have motivation, which relates to the drive to pursue goals for reasons beyond money or status. Highly motivated individuals tend to be more productive and are often seen as inspiring by their colleagues. Now, let's discuss empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. It is crucial in the workplace because it enables employees to connect with one another on a deeper level, fostering a sense of belonging and teamwork. For example, an empathetic manager is more likely to notice when a team member is struggling and can provide the support needed to help them overcome challenges. Finally, we have social skills. These are the skills needed to manage relationships effectively and build networks. Individuals with strong social skills are adept at conflict resolution and can easily navigate social complexities. They are often seen as leaders within their teams, even if they do not hold formal leadership positions. In conclusion, Developing emotional intelligence is essential for both personal and professional growth. Organizations that prioritize emotional intelligence in their training and development programs are likely to see increased employee engagement, lower turnover rates, and enhanced overall performance. It is clear that emotional intelligence is not just a soft skill, it is a vital asset in today's workplace.
You will have about 30 seconds to check your answers.